Hello all. Thank you very much for coming to the webinar room here on Embarcados. Today we have a webinar about embedded systems and AIoT with guys from Seed Studio, sponsored by Mouser Electronics. Today we're going to receive Harvey Su. He's a product manager, AIoT solution, and works with Seed Studio, focus on AIoT solution design and ecosystems integration. Okay? On this webinar, Harvest will introduce Seed Studio comprehensive AIoT solution portfolio covering application across agriculture, livestock management, and campus safety. Okay? And this webinar is sponsored by Mouser that are inviting their partners to come to Embarcados and have a technical webinar for you. Okay? So we work with embedded systems, electronic systems, and you can count with Mouser for the newest products and also for products for your development design, and also for production and maintenance. So you can talk to Mouser on Brazil at mouser.com. That's the email that you can talk in Portuguese. And there's also the 0800, that's a free telephone that you can contact Mouser and talk in Portuguese too. Okay, you can counter with mouser.com. And also, of course, you can find Seed Studio devices there. Okay, so we are live here, and I'm going to ask Harvest to come to the room and start his presentation. Hello, Harvest.
Hi, Diego.
Thank you very much for coming here. You are in China now, right? And it's night.
Yeah.
You
it's
are in
night.
The future, right?
Yeah.
And
it's
thank you very
now.
much for coming so late today. And now it's up to you. Please present yourself and do the presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Harvest, and I am the product manager for solution in Seed Studio. And what I'm trying to do in Seed Studio is I'm trying to take the devices from Seed Studio to the industry that can really make some change that they improve their efficiency. Thanks everyone for coming, and also thanks to the Mouser Electronic for today's event. And they have been a long time partner of Seed Studio as well. And now I'll just start my webinar. And let me first just give you a short introduction about Seed Studio. And Seed Studio specializes in Edge AI and IoT. We have kind of a comprehensive range of products, including sensor, network, and edge computing. And we also produce a customized service and also the solution. And we envision to serve global developer, independent software vendor, and the system integration. And currently, Seed is serving 20 kilometer customer across vertical like smart city, smart agriculture, smart building, and smart energy. Yeah, and that's a short introduction of Seed Studio. Yeah. And it kind of takes us time from the beginning to now. And we just first started from making some module, doing some service innovation. And then we just figuring out that since we have so many, like the product like MCU or the sensor, and then we try to build them together to do some devices. There are some devices, we have devices like the edge computing devices and also the smart sensing devices. Then we try to use our devices in the industry to build some solution, and this is what we're trying to do in the last 4 years. Yeah. And so let me first introduce starting from our product. And you may be familiar with the Seed Studio Shell, the dev board. It's kind of very finger size, very small board. We have collaborated with different community like the ESP and Nordic and the Raspberry Pi the community to do this kind of the finger size board. And it's very small. And we built an ecosystem around the Shell dev board. We have many accessory add-ons, many have provide a Groove connector, and then we use this kind of the dev boards and accessory to do some open devices. And in the software side, we provide some software called SenseCraft, which you can easily turn your MCU into kind of the AI devices. And then we have do some workshop in the community. And the second part of C Studio is the sensor network, which including the Magic Node from the tracker, which you can use to track, which you use to get the address, and use the solar node to do the repeater to provide a wide range wireless communicating productivity. And then we have the LoRaWAN sensor. In using this sensor, you can collect the temperature, collect the humidity, such like this one. And then we have the gateway that can connect it to hundreds of sensors that collect the data and then send to the system. And then we have the weather sensor, different kind of weather sensor. And you can see this is our in-house internal laboratory, and each of the weather station will be tested and calibrated in this laboratory. And we have different size of the weather sensor. And at first, there's some physical size of the sensor, and then there is some sensor use the radar, use the optical, something like that. And we have different size of that from the size that can detect maybe 2 parameter to 3, 5, 4, and even to 10 parameter. And the third part is the edge computing devices. We have collaborated with BeagleBoard, NVIDIA, and the Raspberry Pi to provide this kind of single board computer and their accessories for developer. And we also use this kind of the single board computer to build our own devices. And they all suit for different industries, so they have different size and different I/O kind of the different I/O, and they have some of them have their screen. Yeah. And we also have this kind of devices that can help the embodied intelligence. And this AI box can be used in the robot arm, and do manage like the LM training, some stuff, and this provide different kind of computation power. And all of this 3 part of the product that is that compromise our C Studio advanced perception system hardware. And this are different kind of devices can help in different industry, and that is the main character of today's sharing, I think. We think the AIoT as a bridge that between the science and the application. So we do many kind of this kind of solution in different industry. We build some smart vinegar, and we build some environmental monitor system, and we use AI-driven video analytics for security, and then we use this kind of IoT things in the factory to improve their efficiency. And what today I want to share is this kind of 3 IoT solution. And what's more, it's not kind of just the sharing of the solution. It's kind of since we have open sourced the detail of that, I just want to show you that, show you what we can provide. And today, the 3 solution is the precision livestock and poultry farming, the smart agriculture, environmental sensing, and the campus safety management. And this is only part of the open source solution. So if you're interested in that, you can check more solution in this website. Yeah. So let's start it with the first one, the smart precision farming. This solution came from one of the cases in the poultry farming. And as may you know or not, the temperature will affect the egg production, and also the air quality will also affect the food intake. And the long effect and the light will also affect the growth rhythm. And so the environment is very important in the growing and the food intake and the growth of it's very important for chicken. So when we first take these cases, the owner of the farm just asked us two questions. That is it possible to build a smart control system that could keep the indoor environment suitable for chicken growing and egg production? And the second question is that, can AI help me identify those chicken that need extra attention? And the first question is just because what I mentioned before, that the environment is really important for chicken growing and egg production. And the second one is that since there are many chicken in the farming, it's hard for them to detect that which chicken is good or which chicken is healthy and which chicken is not. So maybe the unhealthy chicken will influence those healthy ones. So they need to detect that which chicken is good, which chicken is healthy, and which chicken is not. So what we do in this product is we try to use our sensing network devices in the farming. And this is kind of the family photo of some of the devices. And this kind of is diagram of what we do in this product. We just put some indoor temperature, humidity sensor, illuminance sensor, light intensity sensor, and some carbon dioxide sensor, and air pressure sensor. A lot of sensor like this in the indoor. And then we use the edge controller to collect the data that provided by the sensor, and use this kind of the data to let AI know that how to control the smart ventilation and when to feed the chicken. And we also put some camera inside. The camera will take a video of the chicken, and then they can use the AI to detect that which chicken is healthy and which chicken is not. And this is a photo of what we put in inside. And we put a reliable sensor like this one. And in the photo, this is the first generation, and then in that one is the second generation. And since we use the low power sensor, and the data will transmit it to wireless, so the sensor can just be plug and play installation. No need to connect to the electricity wire. No need to connect to the Ethernet wire. So it's very easy to installation. And there's a battery inside. We can support the sensor to work multi years, like 3 or 5 years, depending on different sensor. And then we have a reliable gateway. The gateway can support long range communication. And in our test, it can in the outdoor, it should be a kilometer level, and it's connected to more than 100 sensors in most cases. And then we have put some reliable gateway like this one. You can just put it in the box, and it can connect it to all the PLC or something else, and the gateway could control all the devices. And then there's some camera installed inside, and the camera all connected to this kind of AI box. The app box will empower and to analyze of the videos. So after our deployment, we can see, we can do this kind of diagram that is showing the whole chicken farm even in 3D, since we have put many kind of this sensor, and the devices in the space could be controlled accordingly. And the second, leverage the AI analysts, and we have used some data, and that's connected to their weight and their shape. So when the AI camera just take the photo of the chicken, they can know that what's the weight of the chicken. And that's the first case. And I will start with the second one. It's kind of similar to the first one, but it's used in the smart agriculture. And it also depends on C-Studio sensor devices. Similar to the chicken farm, that in this kind of in the agriculture, there are also some kind of need to control the devices according to the environment. So, and also since the space is maybe larger than the farming, so it kind of needs some complex automated irrigation and a cleaning system. And also, it's kind of important to predict the major crop disease outbreak, so they can do some treatment to prevent this stuff. Yeah, this is some photo of our devices installed in different places. Yeah. Since compared to the traditional weather sensor or some weather station, our sensor is quite compact that you can easily install, and you can use the solar panel to power these devices. So it's very convenient. Yeah. And this is the kind of architect of how we build the system. And we have the wireless sensor, we have 485 sensor, maybe we have the 4G sensor. And then if you have the for those 485 sensor, you need to transmit the data to the wire. So you need to connect to maybe some DTU, the data transfer unit. You can transform through the LoRa, the low to wireless transmission. Also, you can use the 4G. And then there's a gateway. The gateway will transmit the data to the industrial PC. And also, we provide some kind of the data platform that you can see all the data in the public cloud. So this kind of the diagram of how we build a system. There's sensor, their data transfer unit, their gateway, their server, and the server will decide when the irrigation system will work. And you can see this is our 4-in-5, 7-in-1 compact weather station, and it's robust. It's robust and very suitable for outdoor, and it's easy to install and easy to use compared to the traditional one. Yeah. Yeah. Besides, we have lots of this kind of reliable sensors, the wireless plug-and-play installation with multiple year battery life that's suited for different industry, such as the air temperature, the carbon dioxide, the soil moisture, and the pH sensor, many kind of the devices. Yeah. And then let's start with the third cases, the campus safety manager. And this is kind of the cases that are different from the first two. Yeah. And this solution is suitable for those campus area, since the campus safety incident occur frequently, especially maybe now in American, there are many kind of the people they're kind of taking the gun into the campus and trying to do harm to other people. So it's kind of the very need to do this stuff. And also for those outdoor worker, it's kind of the hard to rescue them. Things it's hard to locate where they are. And then when the dangerous incident happen, and it's usually too late to detect. So this is where where the solution came from. And what we're trying to do is that when the emergency came, you just need to one click there's a kind of card like the tracker. You just need to one click, and then in the map, you can know that where the people is. And then the system will notify those people who can help you. So it's quite important that when every second count, that simply press and the panic button on the safety badge and share the location. And this is the main point. And it's kind of easy to install this system, since for those tracker, you can it had a wide coverage. So you just need to get everyone a tracker, and then you just put some indoor and outdoor, some Bluetooth beacon, and this is with have built-in battery, so there's no need to for otherwise stuff. You just need to stick them to the place, and then you just put some of the gateway. And since one gateway can serve a long maybe 1 kilometer or something else, there's like those, and then so it's very easy to maintain and easy to install. And also there's a solution about the AI firearm detection, that you just need to connect it, similar to those cases that's used in the poultry and the farming. You just need to connect it, the ordinary IP camera to the AI box, and the AI box can do the analyze about the frame of the video. And here we just show some series of our Jetson series and the Recomputer series. They can do this kind of AI analysis, and all this analysis will be happen in the logo, not the server. So you have no need to pay any fee after you bought these devices. And there are many, and for each industry, they have different needs. There maybe for most the urban security, they need the frame rate to be 15 to 30 FPS. So based on this kind of the hypothesis, I have to do some calculation about what devices could do. For example, for those Recomputer classics, J4012, you use different size of the model. If you use the most common model like the YOLO V8S size or the medium size, it can serve maybe a 12 channel to 6 channel like this. So you can just calculate that how many IP camera in the sites, and you can just choose devices and then make the devices to AI camera. And so it's kind of very easy. And based on what I'm trying to introduce, that what we care most is not just what we have done, but what do you choose to, how to make others can build their own solution. Since City Studio have the mission that make technology accessible for all, so we try to open source all this kind of the AI OT solution. We just want to simplify the solution implementation and reduce deployment complexity for every developer and a system integrator. And that's the reason we try to open source of them. And you can check all the open source device solution in this website. And we provide this kind of AIoT open source solution in different stage. First, in the part of the hardware, we provide robust devices that could be easily integrated into your place. We have devices that like sensor. We have like devices like the DTU, the data transfer unit, and the gateway, which can transform the data from the sensor to the upper place, like the edge computing size. And also we have the edge computing devices, and we also provide a cloud service for those in it. So you can easily implement your solution buying our devices. And we also are willing to co-create. Just if you have some need that you find that we have not the most suitable devices, you can just call us and we can just do some co-create. And there's some cases about how we co-create different devices before. We have this kind of the crazy fly, which kind of is a very palm size called a copper. And then we have this kind of smart citizen devices that can do the environmental monitoring. These all the devices that we co-create with our collaborator. Yeah. And in the software side, we have the software called the SenseCraft. It can be automated device deployment in the field. And for those sensors, you can easily use our SenseCraft app to deploy and configure the devices. And also you can use the Edge Builder to easily make the devices like Shell, DevBoard, or some or our edge computing devices into the AI devices. And it's very easy to use to automate it to do this stuff. And in our data platform, you can get all the data from our devices to your platform. And we provide a wider range of API that you can get all the data. And so it's very easy. And we have collaborate this kind of the open source community. Yeah, like the Node-RED, like the Chirpstack, this kind of the community. Yeah. This is some case of our open source devices. This case can do some post detection. This is case can do the person checking, people checking. And you can also provide some kind of a plugin, like the plugin in the Homa system, then you can easily integrate our devices into the Homa system community. Yeah. And beside those hardware and software stuff, we have open source the solution that you can test by yourself. We just like the case I shared before. We have this kind of the introduction of the solution. We have the architect. We have the architect diagram of that. We also have the open source code in the GitHub, and we have the demo platform that you can easily test that whether our devices works or not. And and for this kind of demo platform, we will provide a wiki about how you can deploy your own devices. Yeah. So in City Studio, we believe that it only makes sense that you put the technology into the industry. So we're trying to put this kind of emerging technology like the chips, different algorithm, different accessory, and to those devices, those sensor devices, those edge computing devices, those software, and those service. And then our collaborator can easily put these devices and combining with the industry needs to build this kind of industrial solution. And we have collaborated with this kind of open source community to provide you the most well used technology that can help you. Yeah. So what I'm trying to share is that what we have done in the previous maybe 4 or 5 years, and we also welcome that you can welcome you to leverage AI for to build more real world application. So we also welcome you to collaborate with us to co-event this kind of solution. We have many kind of IoT devices, but we may not know that the industrial know-how. So we are welcome you that provide your industry know-how, and we can together to build a solution. And whether it's kind of the solution about the smart agriculture, smart greenhouse, and energy monitoring, smart city, or smart traffic. And we are all welcome to do so. Yeah. So I think that's for today's sharing. And Diego?
Thank you very much, Harvard. Thank you very much. Now it's the Q&A. Thank you for preparing this presentation for us here in Brazil. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And you can find all the products on Mouser Electronics, right? All sorts of products. So go there on Mouser Electronics and find the partner, manufacturer, seed studio, and you're going to find all the items that are selling on Mouser Electronics. So we have a comment here from Wilson here on the chat. He said the following.
Yeah.
With all this data from the sensors, it's also possible to think about harvest forecasts. Right, Harvest?
Yeah. Since you have you have the data from the previous year or previous months, you can use AI to try to do some forecast that what the future will become, and that's we trying to use as I mentioned, we can use the AI and the sensor to forecast that whether it's highly possible to that the chicken is healthy or not, that whether there's a high possibility for the crop to die, something like that.
Okay, and we also talk about that with the data of this weather station, you can use as input to models and to make a provision of what's going to happen on the next, for example, on next week. Okay.
Yeah. I think the point is that we provide a weather station that are trying to do some accurate that try to be a kind of reliable and accurate sensor. And for now, we are not trying to do some weather forecast, but we have some partner that trying to use our device to do so. Yeah.
Okay. Eduardo has a fish farms application here, and he do the following question. Do you have dissolved oxygen sensors for fish farm compatible with LoRaWAN?
Pardon? What kind of a sensor?
It's a sensor that measures the oxygen on the water. I think this is the one.
I think we for now I'm not sure, but I haven't heard of that. I haven't seen that in our bazaar. Is that our shop on the website? But it's kind of easy that you can connect it to some of the 485 sensor to our node that turn it into kind of the LoRaWAN sensor. So you can just choose the oxygen sensor you want and connect it to our data transform to our DTU to transform it kind of a LoRa devices. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Harvest. And here on the chat, there is the link to go to Mouser.com and check all the items sold by Mouser Electronics for Seed Studio. Okay, you can find all of them in this link here. And there's also one link here for the SenseCap sensor. So click and check for more information on Mouser. Wilson has a question here about chicken. I don't know if you already saw this application, because he wants to separate the chicken that are sick with fever from the others that are not sick, that are healthy. Have you ever seen this application?
Yeah. Well, we have to different solution about the chicken, and the first case we do is we're trying to connect it. If you just a photo of a chicken, you can just predict the weight of the chicken based on their shape. And this is the first case we down. And the second case is that we just what we mentioned, that we can predict the chicken is healthy and or not healthy. how we do this is we're trying to collect some. We have just to photo the data that or what the healthy chicken look like and what the not healthy chicken looks like, and then after we train collecting the data, we just train the model to predict that whether this chicken is good or not.
This is amazing, Harvest. This is amazing. So thank you very much for coming here and present all the solutions that is going to facilitate the life of engineers in the industry for building their products. Thank you very much. And now I open 1 minute for you to say bye to Brazil and the last words now.
Pardon?
Yes, Harvest. Now it's your time to say bye-bye to Brazil and say last words on this webinar.
Okay. Bye-bye, Brazil. And it's kind of honor to share that what we have done in the previous years to you, and we also welcome you that if you have some need, whether it's kind of the need for the devices or the hardware or software, you can just come to the seed and you can buy of this device in the Mauser Electronic. And if you're interested in building this kind of the industry solution, you can also come to us and you can find this open source cases and we can co-create this kind of solution. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Harvest. There's one last question here. Leonardo sent a question about if you could talk about camera hardware and the AI platform that's already ready for Seed Studio. Can you talk more about this camera hardware and AI platform, please?
Okay. We have different solution. That first, we have the AI box, and many rely on some AI acceleration card or some NVIDIA GPU that you can just connect it to the IP camera and do the to do this analysis. And if they have different kind of computational power ranging from maybe 25 TOPS to maybe now it's kind of 1,000 TOPS, these kind of devices. And also we have some very compact AI camera called a Recamera, and then you can find that on the shop. And this AI camera have 1 TOPS computation power inside, so you just need to plug in or to the place whether you want and build your devices, and you can put a model since you have the computational power inside, and it also has a Linux system inside, so it's easy to just deploy your model or just do some calculation using this AI camera. Yeah, and also we have a platform called the SenseCraft AI, and in the SenseCraft AI you can just train your model, whether it's the devices for like SBC, like the Jetson, or a device like MCU, like the ESP32 series. You can easily turn this device into AI devices. There are many pre-trained model in this website, and also you can use those devices, this website to train your own model in Seed server, and you can just easily deploy into your devices. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Harvest, again for coming here and do this presentation. Thank you for your time. And now I know that it's very late here in China, right?
Yeah.
So thank you very much for do this presentation. Stop your work on Seed Studio and prepare everything for us. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So I also thanks for everybody that were here. Also for Mauser Electronics to sponsor this show. And I'm going to do the finishing in Portuguese, okay, Harvest? So now I'm going to talk in Portuguese. Pessoal, então, muito obrigado por estarem aqui. Obrigado pelos feedbacks dos webinars também. Nós tivemos 8 webinars com parceiros da Mauser Electronics. Todos estão lá disponíveis no Embarcados. Esse aqui é o 8º, tá? Então foram 8. Um deles foi em inglês e esse outro aqui foi em inglês. 2 webinars em inglês, 6 webinars em português. Muito obrigado a todos pela audiência. Todo mês temos webinars aqui no Embarcados. Nós convidamos vocês a ficarem conectados com a gente. Aproveitem também as lives, os podcasts, as bancadas do Embarcados, café com Embarcados, tá? E sempre aí participando, né, como desenvolvedores e trazendo também conteúdo para a gente. Se você quiser publicar um texto no site, a gente convida você. Se você quiser apresentar um webinar, a gente convida também. Manda e-mail para a gente, contato@embarcados.com.br. Obrigado a todos. Vou encerrar o webinar. Qualquer coisa, entre em contato com a gente, ou pelo e-mail ou pela rede social. Tá joia? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kingsley, that is here on the chat, that also works with CG Studio, and also to Harvest. Thank you, Harvest. Bye. I'm going to finish now the webinar. Okay?
Yeah.